Hey everybody, welcome back to another MSM RC and Hobby video. I'm Jeremy, and in this video I'm hoping I can give you 3 tips that will help you still enjoy this hobby while saving some money. Let's get into the topic at hand. I have been watching on Facebook now for a couple months, seeing a lot of people asking for advice on how to save money. How do I still enjoy the hobby with everything costing so much? I mean, it's fact. Everybody is spending more money. We're spending more money for all the basic things that we have in our life, and we're spending more money for stuff in our hobby. And there isn't really a one-size-fits-all solution to the problem. So I think as enthusiasts and consumers, we have to be thinking outside the box, and we've got to be a little creative so that we can still contribute to our hobby and our community, and at the same time not go broke doing that. So I wanted to do a short video to talk about some of the things that Peter and I do that have helped us kind of weather the storm and still enjoy our hobbies, still have a lot of fun, but also have some money in the bank at the end of the day. So let's get on with tip number 1. So tip number 1 is used RCs. A lot of people probably don't consider the fact that there is a plethora of RC vehicles on the secondary market that people are trying to sell. Usually selling most, fall, spring, through the winter. But now we're starting to see really great deals on Facebook Marketplace, for example, all year long. Peter, when I met him, this was a skill that he's kind of taught me, because I wasn't much one for buying used, but I am now, and I've learned a lot from him. I've learned that if you're patient and if you start to build up a kind of a network of other RC enthusiasts that you talk to on a regular basis, you're going to find great stuff at a really good price. You're not paying, the big sticker price that you would for the thing being brand new. And in a lot of cases, if you're very selective, you can find stuff that's still in really good shape and save a few $100s over buying that same thing new. So do yourself a favor and start to peruse Facebook Marketplace. There are Facebook groups that are, buy and sell groups or swap and shop groups. Get into those groups and just start watching and do some research, see what's happening in your area. And I'm certain that you're going to find yourself some really great bargains that will get you a new vehicle into your fleet, into your collection, and you're not paying full sticker price at a hobby store. Now, that being said, because hobby store owners are going to say, hey, wait a minute, Jeremy, that doesn't help us. There's more. Just hang on. Once you've got that used vehicle, what we do is we usually end up taking components off of it, out of it, and we go and we buy new wheels, new tires, we buy new electronics, bind it to our radio, so we're buying a receiver. So there's still a way for hobby stores to get some revenue from the used market, and that's largely that you've saved some money and bought well, and take a portion of that money you saved and grab a couple upgrades and put it in. That way it's kind of win-win. Everybody gets to see a little bit of that revenue, and at the end of the day, you still got some money saved in your bank account. All right, tip number 2, upgrade what you have. Take a look around you. If your collection or fleet is anything like ours, you probably got a number of vehicles, and I bet there's some of them that you haven't driven in probably quite a while. Grab one of those, go to your local hobby store, order up a new body, get some wheels and tires, give that rig just a little bit of a freshen up, and it's almost like getting a new truck or a new car. So you save a lot of money because you're not buying new, you didn't buy used, you already own it, and you throw $100 or a couple $100 of parts at it, and it freshens it up and it makes it new and fun. So Tip number 2 largely revolves around taking a look at what you have in your own collection. Maybe you've got some trucks and cars that haven't had a lot of love over the last few years, so drag them out, dust them off, give them a couple upgrades, and you've got something that you can take out and have fun with, and it didn't cost you a lot of money. All right, the third one, and this is going to be the most controversial. We all know that the Chinese market and some European manufacturers, they're making some really great products that don't cost a whole lot of money. And so when you're tight for funds, it's a very appealing direction to take. And I think now it's a direction you can take, and you can take it with a fair amount of confidence. There are a number of brands out of Asia, out of Europe, that offer really great products at a really competitive price. And so you're not giving anything up. You're not taking a chance. There's no risk involved. And some of those brands are carried by hobby stores here in North America. So you can save a few $100s and still get a really good RC. And again, you're still supporting the local hobby store. You're saving money. So it's kind of win-win. So get on the internet and get onto YouTube. There's a number of YouTube channels that cover these brands really, really well. I'm going to recommend Discipline RC and Tomley. Both of those guys do a tremendous job representing all the products that come from Asia and Europe. And yeah, there's great value to be had. The other brand to consider is Tamiya. If you've never built a Tamiya kit, they're really affordable. They don't cost a lot of money. They're a lot less expensive than, say, an RTR. Now, you do have to build it. It's a kit. You have to put it together. But if you've not looked at that, give that a shot. Give it a look. You might enjoy it. Tamiya makes a broad range of RCs. They have crawlers, they have cars, they have racing, rally, drift. I mean, they cover a lot of different genres, and usually the kits are pretty affordable. You know, grab a kit, pick up a value servo, put a Fusion, Hobbywing Fusion motor ESC combo in it, bind it to one of the radios you already have, and you're down the road and you're still probably saving a couple $100s over buying that RTR. So think about that. Give offshore manufacturers in Asia, in Europe, in Japan, with Tamiya, Kyosho, give them a look. You might be pleasantly surprised. And those brands, like I say, Tamiya and Kyosho, for example, they're widely carried here in North America in hobby stores. So again, do some research, get on the internet, check some stuff out. Now, if you're in an area where your hobby store simply doesn't have those products, then yes, you do have Amazon and AliExpress as options. And honestly, sometimes that's what you have to do. I mean, it sucks. It doesn't help the local hobby stores, but at the end of the day, you've got to look out for yourself. And if your hobby brings you joy and you want to do something and a local hobby store doesn't carry the product, you know, you pretty much are left to your own device, and you have to do that. So those are the three major tips that I wanted to share with all of you. While you're watching this video, you know, as we get to the end of the video, jump into the comments section and offer up some of your own tips or ideas that you have thought up or come across that have helped you save some money while still enjoying the hobby. I'm sure the people that are watching the video will love to see other people's ideas and tips, so make sure you jump into the comments and do that. At the same time, if you're enjoying this content, if this content is helpful, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and the notification bell so that when we do a video here at MSM, you find out about it. Finally, one thing I'm going to talk about that isn't part of the 3 top tips, but is a way that I enjoy my hobby, and that is exploring other automotive related hobbies. And that can be diecast, that can be Tamiya mini 4-wheel drive racers, it could be Gundam, it could be Lego. There are a lot of other options for someone like me who loves cars, loves planes, loves machinery, that I can still get a little bit of my fix without spending a boatload of money. So when you go to the hobby store, and I think I've mentioned this before, take a good walk around and check out some of the other stuff that you normally don't go and look at. You may very well find something that you find interesting that you hadn't looked at before, and it could be very affordable, and that could give you kind of that satisfaction of a purchase without cash, big cash outlay for an RC project. So that's just kind of something that I do. I kind of spread my money around, and I do a little bit of die-cast. I do a little bit of Lego, and now I found these the Tamiya mini 4-wheel drives. I'm doing a little bit of that, and just the other day I bought my first Gundam kit. I do plastic car models. I haven't done that in a long time, but when I was at the hobby store, I was looking at these and I'm like, wow, there's some really cool stuff that is on the shelf that I'd like to build. So I'm giving myself other things to do, other options that still allow me to be creative, and I still get to have fun. I've also been introduced to Warhammer, so I'm doing that, and that's a whole other thing. But my point is, RC may be your primary hobby that you enjoy the most, but if you have an interest in cars or vehicles, there's all these other little things, other little hobbies that you can do that don't cost a lot of money, and they can still give you that sense of satisfaction. So I think at the end of the day, as consumers, we have to be creative. We have to think outside the box. And by doing that, we can stretch our dollars and enjoy our hobby, still help contribute to our local hobby stores, still help out and contribute to our local clubs and community. There is a way to make this work, and it just takes some creativity and some planning. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope it's giving you some ideas. Again, share your money saving tips in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everyone.